loud sometimes.
I dig it.
Dig it?
I dig it.
Feeling it?
I dig it. Yeah. I can jam out to this.
She does the weird little thing. This is the part that I like.
Oh, the breakdown.
It's got that feel to it. All right. Welcome. She likes this part, I think. She always tries to keep playing into that part.
It's like a Stranger Things action right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little Stranger Things.
I'm not sure what that is, but it's from the 80s. Dimitri Downing here with MITA Unshackled with my co-host.
How's it going? Destiny Nicole Blanco.
Here in Berlin, still in Berlin at ICBC, where we're meeting so many amazing people from the global American cannabis industry, doing some interviews and getting to know more and more and more. And we have a very special guest with us from Grow Glide.
You almost got there. You almost got there.
My dyslexia.
He does glow.
I do glow. Yeah. It's green. It's glowing. It looks good.
Now I'm going to be my dyslexia is going to kick in here.
Yeah.
Grow Glide.
There you go.
Greg, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing really well. This has been a hell of a show, and it's wonderful to see cannabis expanding like this. This is it's really kind of crazy. Until you get out here to Europe, it's tough to wrap your head around it.
Yeah, no, it is very exciting. I'm looking forward to Asia and all these other markets too. It's just going to be crazy.
I'm sure you guys saw the delegation from Thailand is here. I mean, we just got done talking to a gentleman from Uruguay. I mean, this is not just Europe right now. It's almost like there's kind of this worldwide event happening. So I'm sure you guys are feeling it. It's definitely kind of, you feel like a rocket ship about to take off.
Yeah, going global, baby.
Yeah.
The supply chain is getting global and it's just absolutely amazing. So, Greg, let's get. Our goal is to make sure people know who you are.
Sure.
And then we can talk about Grow Glide. I'm going to respell it down. Greg, how'd you get involved in cannabis?
So, long story short, family's from Humboldt County. So I've been surrounded by cannabis my whole life. But to be very honest, I'm relatively green, pardon the pun. So I've been in the industry now for about 2 years. I started with a cultivation in Phoenix. I was the director of marketing and communications for a cultivation out there called Grow Sciences.
Oh, yeah. We know them.
Yeah, so I had a lot of fun marketing with them.
Shout out Matt Blum.
Yeah.
And Mike.
Mike.
I had a lot of fun marketing with them. And then...
and Kurt.
And then found a... you want to go down the whole roster? But then I basically found Travis, who was basically offering me a chance to go from doing kind of state and local cannabis to basically worldwide. Grow Glide provides the ability for agriculture, farmers, and in our world, cultivators, real hardworking cultivators, to go from the old school traditional growing, one tier, maybe some HPS lighting, which we all know, bad for the environment, bad for your pocketbook, to going multi-tiers. I'm looking over here because you can see these racks over here, but 1, 2, 3 tiers, and give guys the chance who want to do craft cannabis too. We're really proud of the fact, sure, are we going to serve the guys like Verano and Curaleaf, and they're great at what they do, but the thing that it really does for me that means a lot is these craft guys who want a chance to, maybe their investor pitch deck isn't that strong without the ability to go 1 or 2 tiers. There's guys out in Long Beach we meet with who they point at the 3rd tier and they go, Greg, 1st tier operations, 2nd tier just my taxes, and that 3rd tier is how I make my money.
Can you do 4 tiers?
Absolutely, you can. Most, to be frank with you, most go 2 and 3, but you absolutely can. And in veg, you go as like to 5.
Yeah.
If we do clone, you could do up to 7. Because the idea is, look, like we all know, cultivation licenses, they're tied to an address, and the government doesn't give a shit if you want. Like, well, I just need a little bit more room next door. It's like, no, you got one address.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to build out an extra, a huge addition with walls and
take advantage of the space,
or are you going to look at your ceilings and go, you know what, like we got to go up. Wasted space is wasted money.
Right.
So it's really neat. That the thing that means a lot to me is being able to see cultivators and go, you know what, even with this California bullshit, we're able to stay alive because of that extra tier that you guys gave us.
That's wild. That's wild. And so Grow Glide was founded and based out of what state?
It was founded by Darren Seipels, and Darren is actually, because he's still growing. He's a 20-year cultivator, and long and short of it was, he looked at what existed on the market 3 years ago. The company's only coming up on 4 years old, and he was like, look, there's some of these guys that are coming in here and they do shoe storage, or they do, just like Amazon rack stores. He's like, these don't work for cannabis. I'm a grower. So he and his partner, Travis, who's our CEO, they basically looked at, like, could we build racks that actually come from cultivation and help cultivators? And the answer was yes, and that's kind of why we've got our own kind of rocket ship of, I started in the company last January, We went from basically, I'm employee 5 to 55 employees. And the reason it resonates with people is because that rack system isn't just some generic racks. The tables are purpose-built. That airflow is purpose-built. Everything's purpose-built for actual cannabis growers.
Did you start January 2022 or January 2021?
Jesus, I started January 2021.
Okay, so a year and a half ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I always try to relate things to years because all these years things are changing so much in cannabis. So I'm always trying to figure out like where people have transitioned. You're living out of Phoenix now, right?
Yeah. So I live in Phoenix, which has been awesome. I mean, we've got great clients out there, but frankly, the fact that we can go worldwide and we can, our racks translate to everywhere. We're having conversations with guys down in South Africa today, and I'm sure you guys are having the best conversations here. And they look at that and they go, okay, like I have to make this work. I have to be able to feed my family and feed my employees. And I get it, that you guys are going to help me maximize my cannabis growth. So it's been awesome, man.
Yeah, personally, I mean, I'm not a cultivation expert or grow expert by any means. I understand the difference between indoor, outdoor, and greenhouse and stuff. But these nuances of how things work, and I couldn't differentiate between different systems and stuff. But it's absolutely fascinating to learn. I focus on like market structures and stuff, and this is a great. This is a great conference to hear what's happening in different countries. Yeah,
I mean, the most interesting thing for me is to go and look at places that I'm not personally familiar with. As an example, I keep saying South Africa because we had 7 growers come up to us and go like, when can you ship? And normally for us, there's this, cannabis. There's the big back and forth. You have a bunch of conversations. You shake hands, all this stuff. And these growers are like, hey, we're ready to go. Right. And so, you have to be very nimble in this industry to go like, all right, Dimitri's here. He wants racks in 3 months, and they need to be in South Africa, and they need to be installed. And that's a very kind of, we're all adjusting to that kind of new culture where cannabis is a worldwide language, and you better be able to speak it.
How many different states are using? Do you have projects using this system in the United States?
We have racks in every single medical or rec state. I believe with the exception of Hawaii. We are in Alaska though. So we, again, like we've been talking about, the system, it goes anywhere. It works for not only in cannabis. If you feel like growing strawberries on it, by all means, go ahead, grow some tomatoes. So right, tomatoes would be the better answer right there. Yeah, we're all growing tomatoes. So we have been for a long time. But
that's where it all starts.
That's where it all starts. Yeah. So the answer is there, and we think that we're going to be probably breaking ground here in Germany within the next quarter, and it sounds like based on the conversations we're having a few other countries. So very exciting.
That's awesome. Absolutely amazing. But so you weren't a cultivator, so
no.
your background's in marketing?
Yeah, so my background is in marketing. I worked for a company in Phoenix. I was traveling around shooting video, doing press releases, coming up with marketing strategies, and it was 9 years. I got sick of it. Became
that's because I'm trying to get to how did you get into cannabis? Because a lot of people are learning about cannabis through there's industry members, industry people. There's a lot of people learning about how the cannabis industry works. So I'm trying to get how you got into cannabis.
Yeah. So basically, long story short, I knew a gentleman who had invested in cannabis, and he looked at my skill set and said like, hey, I really think there's a couple startups that could do really well with your help. And as a gentleman, I respect and I listen to him. But that's kind of a shitty answer for what you're going for. So let me give you a better answer for someone who's looking to get into cannabis.
I was lucky enough to know the right person.
Exactly. That's not a good answer. I'll tell you the exact answer. Someone like me, I am always looking to hire. 100% always looking to hire.
You went from 5 to 55.
Yeah. I mean, let me put it this way. So I right now am having trouble hiring people, right? So we're all in this boat, this labor shortage. So if you're at ASU, if you're someone who's 25, you want to remake your career, here's the best answer I can give you. Go on to LinkedIn right now. And you know who you should be looking up? The guys out there that are really good cannabis recruiters. Guys like Brian Passman. Guys like me. I'm telling you right now, if you're out there and you have a resume and you want to talk to people, reach out on LinkedIn. Do the hard work though, because a lot of people in our industry, I'm sure you guys are familiar. Unfortunately, they think like, hey man, like I love weed, I love smoking. Seems like it's gonna be pretty fun. And I'm like, you know what? I'm on the road 2 weeks a month. I'm away from my kid, my family. I work 12-hour days, and I expect you to, if you want to work here, you have to put in that level of hard work. And I think there's a disconnect. But if you are serious about cannabis, look at where you guys are. Right. You guys are serious. You're across the world promoting MITA. If they're not willing to put in your level of work, I think that's kind of the disconnect, right, in our industry. Is that the people who do well here, we all know 2022 is going to be brutal. There's a correction coming. in our space. There's going to be a lot of companies that don't make it. So my hope is
5-10 years down the road, we're in a process right now.
Yeah, exactly. So the companies that are going to make it will be the ones that work hard. So my advice to everybody who is like, hey, Greg, I want to do what you do. Marketing and cannabis is rad. You're 100% right. It's absolutely rad. I walked along the Berlin Wall 2 days ago. Cannabis is fucking rad.
Right.
But you know what?
But
you got to fucking work hard, and you need to do you'd be surprised. I put out a job description, and nobody writes a cover letter. Tell me who you are. No, nobody does it.
Yeah.
I mean, or just like those little details where you're like.
Or go to events, like this.
Go to events.
Go to
yeah.
MITA.
Go to MITA.
Meet me at MITA.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be the rest of the year? What other conferences are you guys going to be popping in at?
So I leave in a few days for Dubai. I'm going to go to the Global Vertical Farming conference out there. As I mentioned earlier, you kind of hit on it. GrowGlide can work for other crops. I just spun up another division of our company called AgGlide that handles that division. So I'll be in Dubai. Let's see. Other than that, we'll probably be up at NECAN up in Maine. We're going to be, obviously, everybody and their mother's going to be at MJ Biz. We all know that.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. And then I'll be quite frank with you guys. We're going to be spending a lot of time in Europe. So whether that's Vertifarm over in the Netherlands or whether that's, Vertifarm is actually in Germany. My apologies. But whether or not that's Green Tech in Mexico, the next Green Tech up in the Netherlands, whether that's the next ICBC in Switzerland. Let's be honest, guys. The numbers for Europe are staggering. The opportunity is staggering. So the East Coast, I think, is a safe bet for GrowGlide. I think, and I think Europe. I mean, and you guys know it.
There's
going to be a bunch of cultivations coming on the East Coast. What did you say?
Is there cultivations out here now in Germany that you toured yourself?
Yes. So there are a couple legalized companies out here, like I believe. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation here, but like Demi Can, I believe, is one of the ones out here. I had a great talk with their managing director. But look, let's be honest, guys. Like, come the middle of this year, when everybody gets to see the regs and everyone gets to see the rules and how we're all going to play here, there's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. The addressing this market. This is 3x New York.
Big players. So, you really have to think kind of like, you asked me where we're going to be. The answer is everybody knows New York, everybody knows East Coast, but everybody else, I think, is starting to look at Europe and say, like, how can we help these growers?
Let me ask you this question, because a lot of people who don't understand how GrowGlide works.
Sure.
And if they wanted to fly to a particular project or a particular city, where would that be? These people are doing multi-million-dollar investments.
Oh, yeah.
They ought to come understand C, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? I've never had to buy this stuff.
No, for sure. That's a great question, right? So let's
thinking.
say, yeah. Hey, look, we'll get you your racks too, Dimitri. Don't worry. So, let's say you're Dimitri's Grow. You're like, hey, I've got 15-foot or 16-foot ceilings. I know I need GrowGlide. The first thing is like, cool. We have a showroom in Riverside, California, where the company was founded. We have more growers around that area. You say GrowGlide in that area, everybody knows. Darren Seipel started that company there.
Right.
You can go there. You can go in Phoenix. We've got grows in Phoenix. If you want to go up north of Sacktown, we've got Miami Mango, the notorious Miami Mango up there. It's a good buddy of ours. We just installed his facility. He got brand new orange painted GrowGlides.
Will they come in different colors?
For certain people, perhaps. Mango is a kind of an influential dude, and he wasn't willing to take those without them being orange because shout out, Alex. I'm not making fun of you.
I like that. Mango has mango.
No, but I need what I need.
But yeah, to answer your question, if anyone is curious, if you are curious, our showroom in Riverside is a great place to start. But honest to God, any legal state, we've got partners out there. We don't like to think of them as customers because, frankly, most of our ideas are coming from when cultivators call us, like that airflow right there. They called us and they're like, what are you guys going to do for airflow? And it's like, we got to listen, because if you're not going to listen, you're not going to make it.
That's really cool. It's a Riverside.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I got to check that out sometime.
You're welcome anytime. Anytime.
I appreciate it. Well, we see you in Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, if you want to tour one in Phoenix, we'll all roll down there together. My buddies Justin Morrow, Ken Freight. Shout out to those guys, GrowGlide guys, who are wonderful, like solutions team, sales team. They're also based in Arizona, so we got a good little group out there.
Because you guys have like 55 people. Where's most people based? Phoenix, Riverside?
Everywhere. So our European team, we have 3 guys out here in Europe. We've got about 3 guys on the East Coast, Boston, Dan, shout out Dan, my one other marketing guy. We've got guys, some guys in California, and then we also have guys in Texas. So, because we have to do a lot of, obviously, if you think of our system like Legos, right? So your Legos for your job and your Legos for your job, they're not going to be assembled the same way. But luckily, we can actually look at jobs and go, okay, we need 100 Legos pieces of this, put them there, so everything goes out from Texas, like in West Coast, East Coast.
That's incredible.
Teamwork makes the dream work as well.
Well, this has been really, really informational. We've learned a lot about your product.
Yeah.
I like to learn about you a little
Sure.
bit more, but it's good. We try to.
I'm the marketing guy. I'm doing my job, right?
Yeah. No. You're focused.
Yep.
Talk about you. I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. I mean, we look forward to having you back. We like to keep these about 5-15 minutes.
Sure.
How do people? What's the fastest way to get in touch with you?
Hey, if you are looking for whether it is you want to build a Grow Glide, you want some career advice in as much as I can give it. Find me on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I always am on LinkedIn. And honest to God, thank you guys very much for having me. It's very fun to chat with you guys. You guys pound the pavement. I see you guys working hard. Saw you in Barcelona. Kudos to you guys because it's not easy being away like this. So. You guys are doing a great job, and again, thank you for having me.
And on LinkedIn, it's under Greg Dunaway.
Greg Dunaway, that's it. Look me up there. I'm very responsive on LinkedIn. It's the one place I think in cannabis we're not getting fucking stomped out by Mr. Zuckerberg. So it's
MITA.
easy. It's easy.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, it's really easy for us to hang out on LinkedIn, and they haven't figured out we're there yet. So let's just all enjoy it.
Is that what's going on? Because
They can stay there in their metaverse.
Yeah,
we'll be over here.
We'll be over here on LinkedIn making deals. They can hang out in their fucking.
We'll be smoking our joints on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never reflected upon it, but we are really accepted on LinkedIn.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Have you guys tried to post an ad on Instagram lately?
Yeah,
You
no.
basically you're risking your whole fucking account. So I never do it.
Don't
LinkedIn.
even hashtag Canna.
Yeah, LinkedIn, the three of us can light up a joint right now. We can post it like this, tag LinkedIn, and say thanks for having us, and we're fine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here, and we're glad to introduce you to the to our network out there. And it's very exciting because I know you're a guy that likes to help people and talk to people, and you're working with a great company and a great product. So I hope people reach out to you.
I hope so too. Reach out to me if anyone wants any help. If I can help you get a job, I can help you look at your resume. I didn't get here on my own. I got here with a lot of help, so I always want to pay that forward.
Yeah, and MITA is about not just about the cannabis industry, but it's about people in the cannabis industry helping people. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
all
Awesome.
about
Thank you
that
guys.
network.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate you.
guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg.